Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be your full moon in Aries reading. Now, this full moon is taking place on October 1st, and this reading is going to take us all the way through the 31st. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an introduction about the energies that we're dealing with at this time. So if you want to jump ahead to the tarot reading, I'm going to have that time stamped down below. For those of you that would like to know what's going on, we have Mars in retrograde as sort of this backdrop, and it's retrograding through Aries, which means that people are quick to fight, act out frustrations, and you might find that people are extra impatient. So this can be a challenging energies to deal with. The full moon, what I find to be is most interesting, the aspect that's most interesting is this full moon is conjunct Chiron, which is known as the wounded healer. Chiron can be linked to physical illness, or just putting the spotlight on our pain or old wounds, even old wounds that go back to our childhood. Some of us are going to make positive change and grow in healthy ways as a result, but others of us are going to use this pain or these old wounds as an excuse to give in to aggression and violence. This full moon in Aries has a really big message. It's don't rush, try to slow down. The areas of the body that are being affected are the head, the teeth, the tongue, arteries, the penis, if you have one, gallbladder, and blood. Everything is a lot more sensitive, or all of those are really more sensitive under this full moon. The Aries-Libra polarity is known as the relationship axis. The Aries represents the self and self-assertion. Libra is indicative of the other and represents compromise. So we're really being asked to strike a balance between meeting personal needs and those of our significant other. So we're really going to be looking at independence versus dependence or even codependence. The diplomacy of Libra Sun versus the authenticity over tact of Aries. This conflict is going to be illuminated. So we really need to expect emotional declarations on our own part or from the people that we're dealing with. We're going to have revelations about our physical bodies, leadership skills, or our ability to initiate new things, new cycles, and close partnerships are going to be in the spotlight. So it's very important that we consider how we are honoring ourselves in context of our close relationships. All right, Cancers, let's go ahead and see what this full moon in Aries has in store for us. I say us, I have my sun in Cancer. Before I get started, I just want you to please give this video a like, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment if you want to do that. Also, if you like the decks that I'm using, I do have them listed and linked in the description box, along with ways you can get a private reading or other ways you can support this channel. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. We're going to invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages my dearest Cancers need to hear for this full moon in Aries. Messages for my Cancers, please, for this full moon in Aries. All right, you guys are coming out as the Hanged Man, Piscean energy. How you're presenting yourself in relationships or presenting yourself at this time, 10 of Wands. Okay, the intentions you need to set, 4 of Cups. Becoming more emotionally available. What you need to do, Strength card, Leo energy. What you need to do within, Wheel of Fortune, beautiful. What you need to know, 10 of Swords in reverse. Final outcome, Death in reverse. Beautiful. Beautiful. Some of you, especially who are Cancer, Gemini cuspers, in the Gemini reading, you got the Hermit in reverse. And it looks so much like this Death card. So there may be a message in the Gemini reading for you guys, especially if you're on the cusp. The overall energy, beautiful. Cancer, this is a beautiful reading. The World, This is completion. This is a beautiful, beautiful success. Look at that. We have this hermaphrodite figure. The World card is always the hermaphrodite. It is about, it's about completing a cycle. It is a brilliant success. This is graduation day. This is where one become two. This is balance between the masculine and the feminine. This is amazing. This is something to really get up and jump around about, Cancer, because this full moon in Aries is bringing you wild success. Something is coming to an end, something you've been working very hard towards. Now, you guys are coming out as the Hanged Man energy. This is Piscean energy. You might be connected to a Pisces, or you might have Pisces in your chart. The Hanged Man energy is about, it's about sacrifice. And this is an interesting character. I can't remember exactly who this is, but he made a sacrifice for humanity. And Zeus is punishing him. In this position where every day he comes, it's quite gruesome, and he gets pecked at by this bird with open wounds, and he never heals. Okay, and that's his punishment because he wanted to do something for the greater good. Many of you guys are being asked to take a look at where you have made huge sacrifices and really taking a look at whether or not it was worth it. Many of you guys are having this time to take a look at everything that's happened, everything you've done, and you're really assessing the situation. You're getting a different perspective. And if you guys are about to make a huge sacrifice, there's a warning here. There is a warning that be prepared that, if, and as a fellow Cancer, we overgive all the time. Are we overgiving? Are we going to suffer the consequences of not taking care of ourselves? Remember, this Mars energy, this Aries energy is about being self-assertive, about taking care of yourself. It's about being a leader. It's about not overgiving. It's understanding that, we don't have to do more to be loved. We don't need to do more to be abundant or to receive abundance or wealth or what have you. In fact, many of us have to do a lot less. So for those of you who have been overextending, overgiving, to the point where it's to your detriment or it's not good for you, it's really time to assess that and release it. Okay, powerful message there, Cancers. Yeah, because the way that people see you or the way that you're presenting yourself in your relationships or in life, 10 of Wands, it's too much. Things are getting heavy, a lot of burdens, everything's weighing you down, feeling trapped. This is the story of the Golden Fleece, and we see the Argonaut in the back. I think this might be Jason, but I'm not sure. I could be mistaken here with my mythology, but it's basically the show is over. The glory is over. Some of you guys run the risk of being a martyr or have been martyring yourselves. And this full moon in Aries is really asking you to not do that anymore, Cancer. It's really time to put yourself first. Whether you're a caregiver, whether you're a mother or father, whether it's in your relationships, whether it's at work, it's time to not work harder, but to work smarter, because we need to get out of this energy. Okay, we need to get out of this energy. The show is over and it's like you're left with nothing. And that's exactly what we don't want to happen. Some of you have been overextending to such a degree, okay, that you haven't been able to see that there's help being offered to you. The Four of Cups is a card of, the Four of Cups is a card of rejecting help or a blessing normally. In this card, we have, this is Psyche and Eros. And Psyche has just gotten married in this beautiful energy, but she never sees Eros at first. He just comes and visits her at nighttime. And it's lovely. She's really happy. But after the wedding, her meddling and jealous sisters come in and they're whispering in her ear and starting to tell her, well, you should see him, this isn't right. And they're really starting to make her doubt her relationship and her love where she was once really happy. So this Four of Cups energy is also, it's a card of what are you open to? What are you not open to? When it's showing up in the reverse, It's asking you to take a look at your happiness. What brings you joy? How can you celebrate your small successes? The Four of Cups is also in this deck in particular, it's like a hangover card. Okay, because Eros and Psyche have just been married, and now it's sort of like, you know, after this big celebration, there's this come down. There's like the hangover after the next, you know, after this big huge party and celebration, and things are starting to, you know, you're starting to feel like, oh God, what now? Or what did I do? Did I make the right decision? You know, was I under the influence? Okay. But what's beautiful about the Four of Cups is this is opening yourself up to happiness. For some of you, the Three of Cups does represent the coming together in love, or family members. It's some sort of celebration. You're being asked to celebrate, Cancer. You're being asked to get together with loved ones, people you trust. You're being asked to come together. For some of you, it might be like a soulmate energy, or, you know, a life partner. Some of you guys are getting married. Okay, but you're being asked to, like, some of you might be trying to please everybody, and in doing so, sort of making a martyr out of yourselves. Some of you guys have also been trying to appease everybody in this situation. Some of you might, quite frankly, be getting married, and you know how that goes, where you're trying to please your mother-in-law, you're trying to please your parents, you're trying to please, you know, the groom and his friends and family, and then yours, you know, whatever, and you're just trying to please everybody, and then all of a sudden it's not your wedding, right? That's going to be metaphor for a lot of you. Maybe this is happening at work. Maybe this is just in your relationship, like you're trying to you're over giving. Again, the message here is you don't have to do more, Cancer. You deserve love. You don't have to overgive for it, okay? I love the Three of Cups because the Three of Cups is beautiful, celebratory, happy energy, okay? So some of you guys are becoming more available to the help that's being offered to you. You're understanding that it's time now for the feminine to step up while the masculine goes through this death and rebirth process, and that feminine part of you that deserves to receive. You deserve help. You deserve abundance. You deserve love. Let's celebrate that, Cancer. Now, what you need to do, Strength card, really step into your power. Really, you know, we see he's gone into this cave. He's taming his inner demons. He's releasing, you know, the pain of those old wounds, some of them that might go back to childhood, really stepping into his self-confidence, no matter what's going on around him after he has tamed this beast. You know, he has this inner calm. And so, you know, negative energy, or people who are trying to influence you, or people who are trying to get you to do their bidding, or people who are putting themselves above you, even though this is your day, this is your time. Okay? That's not going to bother you anymore, because you're going to have this Leo energy of shining your light and then also setting up your boundaries and knowing what you need to know. This is a very different energy than the Hanged Man and the Ten of Wands. There's a lot of fire here. Aries, Leo, Sag. You might be dealing with those energies. You might have those in your chart. You might also be Cancer, Leo, cusp. I'm really picking up on a lot of cuspers here on this reading. You know, having the strength and this power is necessary. What you need to do within Wheel of Fortune, understand that this is your destiny. It is your birthright to, some of you guys might have the North Node in Leo as well, but to shine, to be a leader, to show your strength. Many of you guys have been dimming your light in order to appease others, in order to keep the peace, okay, which would be very Libran energy, right? But, you know, this Aries energy is asking you to step up, Cancer. You need to step into this leadership role. You need to do what's best for you. You're going to get so much more respect. You're also going to see everything moving in your favor. Everything moving in your favor. It's beautiful. All right, what you need to know, Ten of Swords, you're releasing pain. Some of you guys, this is going back to your childhood. It might even be passed down in your DNA. The Ten of Swords is an ending. This is you ending the cycle. You have two tens, ending burdens, releasing, okay? For many of you who celebrate Mabon, or, you know, the autumn equinox, you understand that this is also a time period of releasing burdens. It's a time for harvest. It's time for you to reap the rewards. Okay, you guys don't deserve. You don't have to be the martyr. You don't have to you don't have to overgive. You don't have to always sacrifice. You deserve to receive, Cancer. And many of you are healing these old wounds, and in doing so, you're going to open yourself up to this beautiful transition and transformation. This Death card, I'm not going to give you a traditional reading on it. I am an intuitive reader. This is scorpionic energy. This is a major transformation. Yeah, because you're no longer in this, I'm being pecked and tortured every day and I'm allowing it to happen because I somehow feel like I deserve to, you know, or some of us believe we're strong enough to take on other people's pain. And that really affects us. And although that may be true, you know, when we're working with life force energy, for example, we don't have to take on other people's pain. We can be a channel for their healing, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to take on their burdens. Okay? That's a very specific message for some of you. But this Death card in reverse, this is about you getting a second chance. Nobody can avoid death. Okay? We're all moving in that direction, whether we like it or not. But this is you getting a second chance. This is a renewal. Okay? This is you renewing yourself. This is the phoenix rising from the ashes, Cancer. This is you receiving. This is you. This is a complete change in fortune. Cancer, you are having a major glow up. It might be physical, but it's starting within. It's starting from within because you're releasing poison, you're releasing heartbreak, you're releasing childhood trauma, you're releasing the need to please everybody and take on their SHIT, and you're getting the world. Yep, some of you are walking away from toxic situations. Some of you guys are absolutely getting married or coming into union with the person that is your true pair, your divine counterpart, because you've done this work. Wow, Cancer. This is yummy energy. This is Cancer-like. Cancer, you are stepping up. You guys are bossing up with this Aries energy. And, you know, Mars in retrograde is teaching us just that. You know, we don't have to take other people's crap. You know, we don't have to overgive. We don't have to be always the one that suffers at the end. You know, many of us are healers, empaths. Almost all of you are light workers. You know, whether you identify it as not, some of you starseeds. But that doesn't mean that in doing the work that you have to do, that your light has to be dimmed. No way. No way, Cancer. And you guys are bossing up. You guys are bossing up. Some of you may have North Node in Leo. And that it is your time to shine. You are no longer going to dim that light, Cancer. Oops. All right, so we get Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. Lovely. Yeah. You know, and we've got vultures coming out twice. Cancer, some of you guys might be dealing with vultures at work, within your family. Some of you guys might come from a family where there isn't a lot of, or that was like economically depressed, and you did well for yourself. And there are people that are always sort of leeching off of you, and you're giving and you're giving and you're overgiving. Charity, helping others around you is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful until if you're dealing with people who aren't trying to help themselves and you're at a loss for this. Some of you guys, this is the energy. People are taking advantage of you, where you are the good Samaritan. You did something for the greater good of the family or for these people, but you're seeing now that they're just using you. Wow, Cancer. Wow. You need to move away from this energy. It's going to be hard. Believe me, I know. But you can't help people that won't help themselves. And if you've been giving this person, whether it's a lover, whether it's a mate, a spouse, or it's a family member or a friend, if you've been giving them help and trying to get them, you know, trying to do the right thing, and you see that they're never helping themselves and they're just using you, it's time to cut them off. Okay? It's time for you to shine. Wow. Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. Yeah, because you guys have been putting your own dreams on the back burner. What's beautiful here, Cancer, you have the number 11. This is balance. This is that Libra energy. All right, and that's so important because we need to consider how we're honoring ourselves in context of our relationships, and that's what the Spider Spirit is saying. Spiders don't trap and kill their prey, they attract. You guys have this ability to make your dreams real. You have the ability. You guys are amazing manifestors. Okay, but you need to cut someone or something loose. You don't have to be the martyr, Cancer. This and that are true. Yeah, you love this person, but I'm getting, or this situation, but I'm getting It's time for you to fly solo here, Cancer. You know, and dolphins are about love. They're about partnership. And oftentimes we see two dolphins, and that's really soulmate energy that's coming together. But this and that are true. You still love this person, but it doesn't mean that gives them the right to use you. Or you love this job. It doesn't mean that it gives, you know, this company or this job to take everything from you, or to, you know, spit you up, you know, chew you up, spit you out, you know, and only, you know, only take what's good for them. Okay, this could be your children. It could be your spouses. You guys, there are lots of different situations. Trust the great mystery. 65, you get another 11. So many of you guys are seeing 1111. Some of you guys are releasing either an ex or people in your life that have been they've been stealing your light. You've been allowing that to happen, but they've been stealing your light. And when you heal this, when you move forward, you have a beautiful union coming towards you. Or maybe it's just emotional balance, or maybe it's just your soul tribe. Finding people who share the same values that you do. And you also got think on your feet, number 27. So you have 2 9s coming out. 63, nothing is wasted, and think on your feet. Somebody here is being sly. You might, Cancer, have to outfox the fox here. And I know it's not an energy that you like. You might have to, you know, whatever you have to do, you might have to invent why you can't continue overgiving in this situation. But you absolutely have to stand into your power. You absolutely have to boss up and say no. Because your happiness is at stake. Your wish fulfillment. You can make your dreams real, but you can't do that if you don't have any resources or you don't have any energy left at the end of the day. Liberator. Look at that. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. Shadow attributes, imposing your tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. Yeah, there's this need here for you to liberate yourself. I feel like you've really tried to help somebody, or you've tried to make this project work, or you've given your all to improve this company or the way you do business or this relationship. And you've been trying to free somebody maybe from their economic status. Okay, maybe family members. I feel like many of you guys have achieved some success within your family. Okay, and I feel like there are a lot of people that come and ask you for help, which is beautiful. And I think you do help. I think you have helped, but it's time to recognize that you can't let your own resources run dry. For some of you, this is a spouse. Companion, loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. As I say, spouse, right? The shadow attributes, betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. Yeah, for many of you, this is a connection. This is a connection. At the bottom of the deck, you guys get mother. Nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. Shadow attributes, smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. For some of you guys, this is your children or a child. For some of you, again, it has to do with family. Cancer, powerful messages here for all of us. And look at that. You guys get Yeshi. I don't know how to pronounce this, but you get 333. You guys also have a lot of 9s coming out and 11s. So 1111 is a, soulmate energy, but it's a card of awakening to what's actually going on here. Number 33, this is beautiful. This is the master teacher number. And the pronunciation here is Yeshi Sogyal. Yeshi Sogyal. All right. You shall overcome all obstacles. Success is imminent. To stay connected to your path no matter what and continue to apply yourself. Allow your spiritual path to support you in all areas of your life. Live by your spiritual beliefs. Seek out the support of your spiritual brothers and sisters for help when needed. And this 4 of Cups in reverse takes us back to the 3 of Cups. And this is soul tribe energy. there is support around you in the 3D, but then also relying on your spirit guides and your angels, asking them for help, Cancer. Trust that you are intimately and directly connected to the powerful divine light within. There will be a dramatic healing breakthrough when you rely upon your spiritual connection. And we see that dramatic healing breakthrough with the 10 of Swords. You guys are awesome. This is very powerful energy, you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are beautiful. Please don't feel guilty. Sometimes we have to do things even when we love people. But when you realize something, you can't continue to give and give and give and leave nothing for yourself, because Cancer, the world needs you and the world needs your light. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like the video, comment, share if you want to. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.